น่าใช่นะมาจอดนะใช่นะผู้หญิงขับนะหญิงไม่ลงผู้หญิงขับตามเลยหลังลงเลยป๊อกปิดเลยป๊อกดันเลยป๊อกดันเลยรถโดนแล้วเนี่ยมาได้แล้วขึ้นข้างหลังเลยประตูข้างนู่นเร็วไปตากหมดแล้วยางเหรอตากหมดแล้วไปไหนไม่รู้ตรงไม่ตรงเฮ้ยนู่นตรงนู่นตรงเฮ้ยหมอไปไปรถใช่ป่ะดูอยู่ไหนเลี้ยวไหนบ้างดูดิดูเย็นนู่นนี่แม่งมาหยุดอ่ะกูยิงหมดแล้วนะทำนี่รถตรงไหนจอดเมื่อกี้รถที่โดนชนวิ่งไปไหนครับไปนี้โอเคครับโอ้โหนี่ร้อยคนนะวิ่งแน่เลยลอยไปลอยอยู่นี่ลอยอยู่หน้านี่ลอยรถนี่ไปนู่นนี่ไงลงเลยเจ้าของรถไปไหนครับเจ้าของรถอยู่ไหนอยู่ข้างไหนอะอยู่ไหนไปงี้ผู้หญิงผู้ชายยิงเลยไปกูแล้วมาตีแรกมาเลยไหนผมไปไอ้พี่อย่างเงี้ยนะออกไปด้วยมีปะฮะมีรอยไหมปล่อยอยู่แล้วมีพังทำไรตกปลาเหรอเฮ้ยมาตกปลาเลยครับทำไรพี่ไปนึงทำอะไรเดี๋ยวฮะนั่งอยู่ตรงนั้นแหละอย่าลุกเต่ามาหยิบมาอย่าลุกยายที่เหลืออยู่ไหนแล้วเขาไปแล้วติดคุกอีกใช่ไหมเนี่ยไม่หนูขอไม่ได้หรอหนูทำอะไรก็ได้ครับรถพังที่ผายหมด3 คันให้หนูทำอะไรก็ได้ไหมอ่ะขอให้ดูเนี่ยเราชนรถเจ้าหน้าที่เสียหายหมดนะครับเดี๋ยวหนูโชว์ใช้ให้ได้ไหมอ่ะไม่หรอกครับ
หนูมีลูกอะพี่
มีลูกแล้วเมื่อกี้คุณเอายามาส่งกี่เม็ด
หนูส่งให้ยายแค่ถุงเดียวนั่นแหละค่ะ
กี่เม็ดครับกี่เม็ดครับ200 เม็ด
ทางลูกรังสุดซอยเลย
ส่งแล้วเท่าไหร่ลูก
หนูส่งถุงเดียว
ทางลูกรังอย่างเดียวเลยสุดซอย
ถุงเดียวค่ะ
ถุงเดียวเท่าไหร่เป็นเงินเท่าไหร่ครับ
เป็นเงิน20,000ค่ะ
The officer put a repo man in a chokehold, a very long chokehold, to keep him from repossessing his SUV. Then, when other cops arrived, he tried to run.
It was all caught on video, and tonight we've learned why he was already under investigation before that wild arrest. News 13's Alex Goldsmith has the story.
Jessica, Dick, before and after his arrest, you hear State Police Officer Charles Vernier telling Los Lunas cops how to do their jobs. He may not be doing his for much longer.
I'm going to give you one more second to let him go and get back before you get tased.
How did a state cop find himself on the wrong end of a taser? It all started with a repo gone wrong outside a Los Lunas apartment complex.
Charles, let him go, Charles! Charles, let him go!
The man in the chokehold was trying to repossess state cop Charles Vernier's Nissan Xterra. The 6'5" Vernier claims the repo man shoved him. The repo man says he didn't. But cell video from the man's wife is indisputable.
Charles, let him go!
You're not taking my vehicle today.
The chokehold lasts at least 8 minutes and gets pretty strong at points.
Yes, I'm restraining you because you assaulted me. And I am going to continue
And I'm a repossessor.
But when Los Lunas police show up, it's Vernier who's in trouble.
Step around the vehicle now. Step around the vehicle now. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around. Turn around.
The state cop finally starts to listen, and then
Put your hands on your head.
No, I'm not being handcuffed today.
Yes, you are. Turn around.
he bolts before tripping over his own feet. How does Officer Vernier describe it?
I was walking away from you and you used an excessive amount of force. You were walking away. I was walking.
Vernier was arrested for aggravated battery and interfering with police. He was already on paid suspension. Sources tell News 13 state police had been investigating to see if Officer Vernier is mentally competent to be an officer. It didn't stop him from trying to pull rank.
I'm a state police officer. He assaulted me first. I am not going to take this shit.
So what about Vernier's claim that the repo man shoved him first? Well, the cell phone video doesn't show that, and witnesses aren't backing up his story. That repo man wasn't arrested. Back to you.
First at 5, a verdict has been reached in an excessive force lawsuit against the city of Orlando.
A woman arrested during a tailgate party at the Citrus Bowl in 2003 claimed police went too far when they tasered her twice. The arrest was caught on tape.
West 2's Michelle Meredith is live at the Orange County Courthouse where that verdict just came in. Michelle?
Well, there seems to be some confusion over the verdict. This we know. The jury ruled in favor of Heather on the battery charge, and they awarded her $80,000. Now, the scene was caught on tape at the Citrus Bowl back in October 2003, so the jury could see what happened, how it went down. Orlando police tased Heather Hull twice, once in the stomach because they said she was interfering with an arrest. But Heather's attorney argued the force used far exceeded what was necessary and what was legal.
Absolutely. I feel that, the video explains a lot and it shows what happened, and I feel that there is absolutely no need for the amount of force that they used and the amount of force that they were allowed to use at the time.
And the jury agreed with you?
That's correct.
And you're happy about that? Why?
I'm happy about that because I feel like I had my day in court and I feel like I've brought a really wrong situation to light, and maybe it'll, set a path for some other people too.
And the jury awarded Heather $75,000 in punitive damages and about $5,000 for her expenses.
New at 10, she was taken to the ground in handcuffs, shoved into the wall multiple times, even nunchucks used to control a woman's hands. And when it was all said and done, this was the result. She was beaten and bloodied.
And now Denver forced to settle another excessive force case. Marshall Zellinger is live. And Marshall, this settlement is 5 figures.
It's only $50,000, Eric, and I say only because the last one we told you about was $860,000. In this case, this is the end result. The officer's actions now costing Denver another 5-figure settlement, and meanwhile, the officer who's accused of doing this got very little punishment. This is why Denver is paying another $50,000. The woman having her legs swept from under her is Patricia Lucero. She called 911 in 2012 during a fight with her boyfriend. The officer, Marika Putnam, slams Lucero into the wall a few times. At the elevator, her face is flung into the wall near the door. When they get out of the elevator, you see Lucero's face clearly bleeding, a pool of blood on the floor. In his 2013 annual report, the Independent Monitor wrote that he recommended the officer be disciplined for using inappropriate force, but the manager of safety's office did not accept our recommendation.
What does it say that they're not receiving punishment, but City Council continues to pay out for their behavior?
Well, I'm not sure that they don't receive punishment. You know, we have executive sessions about these sorts of things where we can ask the questions that we want, and we always ask, so what happened to the officer?
Putnam was only punished for using nunchucks to control Lucero when she was not recertified to use them.
I think people should be punished if they do something wrong.
Last week, Only 7 News opened up the internal affairs files on this officer, Sean Miller. He's never been punished for 17 excessive force cases, yet 2 of his settlements costing more than $1 million. I looked up the use of nunchucks because that surprised me, and Denver police policy says they're an authorized safety tool for arrest control and self-defense. Now, last week, Denver police told me sometimes there's no punishment because the people making the complaints don't help with the internal affairs investigations. Meanwhile, here at City Council, the council members tell me sometimes they agree and approve these settlements when they figure that it's too risky and actually less expensive to do it here versus going to court and possibly losing.